Morning everyone. I've had enough of talking about it, so today's the day I'm going to start on this bike rack. I've got everything, like I've said in 3 or 4 previous videos. So yeah, I'm just gonna dive into it. So first things first is drilling a hole 30. I can't remember what this steel is now. It's 30 by 30, so that's going to be the main bar that the bike sits on. So I drilled just over 30 mil a hole, and then I'm going to have to just square the edges out with something. I don't know what I'm going to use. Maybe can't use an angle grinder. Anyway, I can think of something, just so that square pipe can go through the round hole. And I'm going to try and make it so that the bottom of the that steel sits on this, so this is taking the weight, and then the weld is only just stopping it from moving around. And I'll weld all around the inside wherever I can, around the outsides on both sides, and that'll be sweet. Try and get it nice and square, give it a shot. Yeah, so that's the first task, so we'll get started on that. Okay, so I got it to that stage. Got the lights all. So what I did was just a center line, so everything relates back to that center line, and you can see, I don't know if you can see, but all the holes are bang on line. So all I did was did one, and then you saw me with the tape, made all the marks, transfer the tape over, and boom, you don't have to measure anything. All good there. That big hole works out well, that all fits in nice, not much play, everything's nice and centered, everything's level, so all the holes are, probably doesn't matter too much, it's not very thick, but yeah, works out well. I just use that stuff to drill. That worked out pretty good. What else? That's all I've done. I was going to use that to make the holders for the tyres, but I just can't cut it straight enough with the angle grinder, so I'm going to go to Bunnings and just get some 100mm flat bar. 100mm flat bar, I need a metre, and then I'll make 4 250mm sections, and they will go, if these lights are going to fall out, they will, oh, hope that didn't break. Oh, no, they're good quality AliExpress lights, they won't break. Take them off before they do. Yeah, so that's obviously facing backwards where the lights are, and then that's where the V is going to go for the tyres. It's going to be 250mm and 100mm high, and that it's you don't need it that long. If you're only using one bike, you can measure it and do it exactly, but I want it to fit both bikes, so it needs to be 250mm, and it'll accommodate both bikes then. And then what I think I'm going to do in that V somehow is just angle grind a slot on both sides, and then that's where the you're going to cover the lights. I haven't figured that out yet. I haven't figured out how it's going to lock in. I'm not sure just yet. It will lock in somehow, but I don't know how, because if you put a strap, you're going to cover the light up. So I'm not sure yet whether I put a slot here, and then I'm not sure, or we're going to go this way somehow. I'll figure it out, but whatever it is, can't cover this light, so we'll figure something out, but cross that bridge when we come to it. But otherwise, yeah, it's looking good. So these little holes are just to screw the lights in. They're going to stay like that until I paint it, and then once it's all painted and everything and the lights are going in for the final time and they're wired up, then I'll screw them in. I'm not going to screw them in now, so that's fine. I'm probably not going to do any welding today. I'm just going to get everything cut, and then tomorrow afternoon, it's going to be it's a bit muggy today. It's just not nice being outside. So yeah, I'll get everything cut today, apart from the gooseneck, because I don't know any of that dimensions until I get the bike sitting on that rack. So I'll have to do it with the bike here, which I have now. Picked up the bike the other day, so that's all good to go. Yeah, so I'll just keep going with this. We got to go to Bunnings, but we're not going until like 1:30. So we're going out at 1:30, and I've got to take that light back. That one light's not working, one of the garden lights. So we're going out that way to see someone. So we're going to go then. So it's probably not a lot much more I can do now until we go to Bunnings to get that to get this stuff without welding. Oh, and this, where is it? This bit. I was going to drill a hole through here and feed the bar through, but I needed a 40mm, and I don't have a 40mm bit that's going to go through. I've got hole saws, but I don't like using them on stuff that thick. They overheat and they're buggered. So I just cut a slot out like that, and we'll measure where the middle is eventually, and just weld it. That'll be plenty strong enough. And you can see there it's sitting flat. That's going to be the bottom. So it's sitting flat on that. So that'll take the weight, and then the welds will do the rest, and that'll be really nice. So it's going to look something like that with the V's kicking up there. But yeah, till we go to Bunnings and I get some more flat bar, 100mm, probably the same 2-ish mil. Keep it light. I'm trying to keep it light. If I could weld aluminium, I'd make it out of aluminium, but I can't, so it's not going to happen. But that would have been cool to make it out of aluminium. But if I come up with a plan and give it someone to weld, it's going to cost me like $1,000. So yeah, welders want a lot of money. So plus buying the stuff. I've tried welding aluminium with that. It just doesn't work. You need a spool gun, and I'm not spending $300 to make one thing one time. So there's no point. Just make it out of steel. It's going to be pretty manageable. I mean, that's the heaviest thing. That's chunky. This is light. That's nothing. It's only, geez, I don't even know. It's probably not even 2 mil, 1.6 mil. Oh, it says on it, I think. Or did I cut it off? And I think I cut it off. Where's the off cut? Oh, jeez, losing everything. Here it is. Yeah, 1.6, 30 by 30, 1.6, galvanized RHS. So I've got a little bit left over. If I need to I'm going to make some gussets, because what I'm thinking is like that, like that. Don't fall. And then I'll cut that in half exactly, and whatever angle it needs to be, and boom, we'll just go some gussets back to the car that way using this stuff. No wastage that way. That'll be good, and that'll be plenty. Whatever half of this is, that angle's going to be heaps to center it and hold it. So that'll be good. And once that's welded in half, you pretty much just overlay like that, and then just mark it underneath. Cut it both sides, same there, cut it that way, and boom, you're just wasting a little bit at the ends, but otherwise you're using everything then. That's good. But yeah, she's looking good. So I'll keep plugging away. Like I said, I don't know what else I can do. I could wire it, but I'm gonna have to take things in and out all the time, so I want to kind of wire it when it's actually, that's another thing that might pay to do that now, is cut a big hole in there, that way the wires have somewhere to go. The only other option is to cut a hole here, and then all the wires come out and then they go down, and that might be better, might be easier. I got to see which side my plug's on. I think the plug's on this side of the car, so I'll probably make the wires come out of here. There's no point making them go in here actually, because they have to come out eventually. You're only going to save a little bit, so I'll just make them come out here somewhere before I weld this. Drill a couple of big holes maybe, or one size bigger than that. It's only actually, even that size would be enough. It's only going to be that. So yeah, that'll be plenty, and to get it on the bend, that'll be fine. But it's a lot of designing as you go, but you kind of got to think of things a little bit ahead of time. But yeah, so I'll have to see which side my plug is on, and there's no point if the plug's there to make the wire come here, because then it's going to have to cross over. So yeah, I think it's on this side, I'm pretty sure. Shit, I can't remember. I'll muck around with it later. But yeah, there, and then boom, straight in, and you just have the wire. I've got this stuff. It's for fuel line, but it'll do. There we go. Spot on, one of them, and that'll keep the wire nice. Probably that's the wrong size anyway, but yeah. Of course you can't get it back in. Can we? Good enough. Yeah. So I got all the bits here. Probably only need one of them. Most probably that size. Yep, perfect. Oh, come on. These are just from AliExpress as well. You can probably tell I'm a bit of a fan of AliExpress. I mean, I don't see them being any less quality than anything else you're going to buy from super cheap. Quarter, or really all these screws and nuts, all these stuff, everything. I'll just get everything from. The only thing I probably wouldn't buy from AliExpress are these things. They're not too bad. They're just the plastic cracks when you crimp them, and that's the whole point of them. So I would splash out on, I think I have here. Yeah, here we go. I was doing some stuff on the Tirana, and definitely I'd splash out and get the Nava ones, because that plastic is heaps better. It actually contours when you crush it, whereas this stuff is very brittle and it just cracks and doesn't look very nice, and then it eventually works its way off anyway. So that's the only thing I probably wouldn't cheap out on. Everything else, washers and all sorts of stuff like that, no dramas. AliExpress is good enough. Just make sure I'm recording. Yep, 10 minutes ranting again. Alright, well I'll keep going and get back to you when I get back from Bunnings. Probably, actually no I won't, because by the time we go and see who we're going to see and get back home, I'm probably not going to get dirty again, so it'll be a tomorrow job in the Arvo after work. Anyways, I'll leave this video here. I'm thinking about whether I break the video. I think I will break the video up into cutting and assembly, which is this and the other bit, the 100mm bit I'm about to buy, but that'll be tomorrow. Then there'll be another video just welding it all together, another video wiring it, and another video painting it, I reckon. Or maybe wiring and painting all in one. It won't take long to paint. No point having a video just for painting. So yeah, so cutting, assembly, welding, wiring and paint, 3 videos. That'll work. That'll be good. I'm hoping to get it finished this week. Just do a little bit after work every day, and Wednesday is going to be hot. It's going to be 35, 36 degrees, so I want to do the painting that day, I think, because the paint should dry. I'll probably put a coat on before I go to work. Where's the paint? It depends a little bit, because this paint, within 1 hour or after 24 hours for a recoat, so nah, it's I can't do that. But it's going to be hot, so there you go. So temperatures is avoid spraying when air or surface temperature is below 10 degrees or above 30. Alright, well, I'm going to have to probably not paint it Wednesday. I think Wednesday's the hot day. My phone's charging up, can't check, but yeah, I think it's Wednesday, so probably have to keep the painting till Thursday. Yeah, so that'll be fun. But either way, I want it done by the weekend, because I'm taking the bike to a mate's place on Saturday for a big ride into the city. Just our normal ride that we do, so yeah, I want it all done by then, so all good. Alright, yeah, I'll leave this one here, and for you guys it'll be 2 seconds, and I'll be back doing that with the bar that I'm about to buy from Bunnings. Hey boys, what's going on? Alright, so just got back from Bunnings, went a bit earlier, couldn't wait. I found these, so I was going to get some. They didn't have any flat galvanised, that was 100mm. They had some smaller one, which I was going to compromise with, but then I came across these in the roofing section down one of the building aisles. So I'm going to use that, kind of, yeah, like that, to hold the wheel, and then you've already got some. I'll have to just make these a little bit longer for the straps to go through. So that'll work out fine. 2 for the front, 2 for the back, and then I've got this. What size is it? 20mm by 3mm by 1 meter. That's for the number plate, just to make a little surround. Because my other bike rack with the number plate, you just got to hit these, and it's just tin. It's just real thin tin. So I'm going to make like a bracket that goes around it and just pops out, just to protect it a bit. And then it's got something to bolt to that way, and then that would be welded to the. That's going to get welded to the main bike rack. I've got the welder out. I've got a bit of time, so I'm going to just tack a few things together, and then go and try it out. Probably tomorrow after I'll try it out, but I'm just going to tack a few things. And on my car, the trailer pin is on the right hand side, so I want to center this in here, find out where the center is, and then just drill another hole that size, or maybe the next size up. That size is probably enough. On this side, so that way the wire can come out, and then I'll make it go down here, and then it's going to have the trailer pin to the car, so it's on that side, so that's all good. Yeah, so I'll get onto that. I'll just crank this welder up, not take long to get all going. And here we go, it's playtime. What are you doing? Cool. Alright, I'll get the welder going. I've been doing a heap of 3D printing as well. Getting ready for the next batch of diorama things I'm going to do. So getting there, got a couple wheelie bins. I don't know where the lids are. The lids are meant to be in here somewhere, but I don't know if I've remembered to put them in. So that's pretty much one whole plate. That's how much my printer will print in one hit. And it prints upside down. I don't know if you've ever seen the resin printers, but yeah, pretty cool. Got a drill press and model aeroplane, a couple of cans of spray paint down here, some gas bottles, some Barbie gas bottles, a stool, so, and some spanners, some tiny little spanners and stuff in there. So yeah, that's about the max you'll fit on. It'll go higher if you want to, like that printed upside down like that. Yeah, so pretty cool. You just got to leave them in the sun for a little bit, 20 minutes, and they really go really hard. Then if you don't, they are a bit like jelly a little bit. So, but anyway, that's beside the point. All right, I'll get this cranked up and we'll start doing some welding. All right, so I've just tacked that up. It's not pretty, but I'll give it a nice clean up later, and fill in all that extra angle grinding marks. Weld all in there. But that's centered on the tube, square. Then I've got these bits that I just got from Bunnings. So the gravel bike's a little bit shorter, is 1.1 metre, hub to hub. E-bike's 1.2 metres. So what I'm going to do is just go halfway, I think. Maybe favour the e-bike a little bit more, because that's going to be on here a lot more, like 90% of the time, other than the gravel bike. So I might just go like that, on about that angle. That'll be good. And then the other one, same thing, same deal on this side, like that. And then the wheel can sit in, and then I think the strap can go through here. I've got these Versus strap things, these things, so they'll fit through there, hopefully. Yep, they'll fit through there. And I'll just use them to tie the wheels down. You can buy different lengths. I think that's the longest one, so I'll have to get some shorter ones. Yeah, so that should be good. I'll have to grind it. I'll just mark them now where I want them. I might just I don't know, because you got to grind it before you weld it. It just welds a lot nicer if you grind the bits you want. Yeah, welding, because that's got like a bit of a coating, galvanized coating on it. So, but again, I'm just going to tack it. That's not fully welded, but I just want to tack it, make sure it all goes on the car and holds the bike, and the wheels are in a good spot. I'll do that tomorrow, but yeah, I just want to get this tacked today, and that's it. So all good, I'll do that. I'll get back to you. Alright, so I've just tacked that up. It's not pretty, but I'll give it a nice clean up later, and fill in all that extra angle grinding marks. Weld all in there. But that's centered on the tube, square. Then I've got these bits that I just got from Bunnings. So the gravel bike's a little bit shorter, is 1.1 metre, hub to hub. E-bike's 1.2 metres. So what I'm going to do is just go halfway, I think. Maybe favour the e-bike a little bit more, because that's going to be on here a lot more, like 90% of the time, other than the gravel bike. So I might just go like that, on about that angle. That'll be good. And then the other one, same thing, same deal on this side, like that. And then the wheel can sit in, and then I think the strap can go through here. I've got these Versus strap things, these things, so they'll fit through there, hopefully. Yep, they'll fit through there. And I'll just use them to tie the wheels down. You can buy different lengths. I think that's the longest one, so I'll have to get some shorter ones. Yeah, so that should be good. I'll have to grind it. I'll just mark them now where I want them. I might just I don't know, because you got to grind it before you weld it. It just welds a lot nicer if you grind the bits you want. Yeah, welding, because that's got like a bit of a coating, galvanized coating on it. So, but again, I'm just going to tack it. That's not fully welded, but I just want to tack it, make sure it all goes on the car and holds the bike, and the wheels are in a good spot. I'll do that tomorrow, but yeah, I just want to get this tacked today, and that's it. So all good, I'll do that. I'll get back to you. Alright, just got back from that ride. That video's just uploading to YouTube now. 25 degrees. It's not as humid as yesterday, that's for sure, because it was pretty bad yesterday. So yeah, a bit more comfortable today. I'd pulled out, look at that. They're all come out of the tyre. One of them out of here, oh, it's gone down already. Look at that. What a bugger. Yeah, okay. I've got armadillos, I've got all sorts of, I've got liner and everything. It did nothing. Yeah, as soon as I pulled it out, I heard psst. That was about 2 hours ago, and you can feel that. That's soft. So that's going to be another video, I suppose, fixing the tyre. At least it's a front. That's easy to fix. I'm tempted to swap it out. I've got some TPU tubes. I'm going to see where the actual puncher is and why the liner didn't work. And if that liner doesn't work, I'm going to pull it out. It's no good. But anyway, that's the job for another day. I got this bike rack to do today. I've put these, obviously they're going to get cut down, a bit ugly, but they'll get cut down and grind. I had them up here originally, and the bike didn't fit in. It was touching the tyres, so I just dropped them and spun them around and dropped them. So these will all get grinded down, cut nice angle, and I've figured out pretty much going to use that bottom one. So I'm not going to use those straps there. I'm going to use these ones that I actually did buy for this purpose. They're only 1 metre straps, but I'll end up cutting them down, and they fit spot on through there. Oops, hang on, can't do it with one hand. Kind of like that. So tyre will be under there. So that goes down the bottom, over the tyre, over the rim and tyre, and then cam lock back to that. And I'll cut it. I only need like 200mm, 300mm. So, and then I'll cut this down, so it's not all flapping about, and that'll lock the wheels down. So this locks the wheels, so it can't go that way, and this locks the wheels, so it can't jump out of this. And this is doing most of the work. This is just stopping the bike from jumping out. So yeah, that's pretty good. So I'm never going to need that. So I'm just wondering whether I cut. The only thing is if I cut it, it's not going to be straight, because I've only got an angle grinder to cut that. So I don't know, I might leave it. It looks a bit funny because they're quite big, pretty big for what they are, but I'll leave it and see how I go. And even after I paint it, if I decide I want to cut it, I'll cut it. I'll kind of cover it up so you don't get sparks over the paint, cut it, and then just repaint it. So that'll be okay. But that'll be fine to hold the bike. I didn't know exactly how I was going to do it, but then yeah, these bits of steel already had this hole, so that worked out quite well. So plan of attack for today is properly weld these up, because they're only tacked in. I've tried it on the bike and it's pretty cool. I'm going to put the bike on it now, not up here. I'm going to put this on the ground, put the bike on it, and I've got to try and figure out, I was going to put that, where are they? Here. So what I'm thinking is the little ones. So I've got I think they're going to be strong enough. I'm just a bit worried that they're not strong enough, but just this one by itself seems pretty strong. So that's a 16mm, 1.2mm wall, and then this is a 19mm. But the reason I've got them is that the little one fits inside the big one. I'll just take the sticker off. So what I'm thinking of doing is welding like that, and only about up to my thumb there, like that. And then so you'll have like maybe like 300mm, whatever's a good round number, 300mm. So cut that, weld that to that. Then this will slip over it. So this is going to be the gooseneck bit. So then this will slip over it. I'll drill a hole through it. For down the bottom there, drill a hole through, and a split pin. I've got 2 split pins, or whatever these are called, grip clip, yeah, whatever they're called. So then that'll hold the gooseneck down to the bottom. So we're going to be like that, and then there'll be another bit that goes inside, and then make the gooseneck slide over the top. So the gooseneck will slide over the top. I'll put that bike on it, make it so it's nice and tight, and drill a hole through. Take that bike off, put my other bike on, put the gooseneck on, drill a hole through, and then you got a hole for each bike, and it fits each bike. So yeah, that's the plan for right now. So first things first is cut the small pipe. I think the small pipe, I'm just wondering, actually, you know what, I might do the big pipe and then the small pipe fits in it. That might be better. Yes, it will be better. Yep, small pipe fits in it, because then it's going to be big, then small, then you're using the big pipe for the gooseneck. Yep, let's do that. Put it up there, and then, oh, that's not it. I'll just put a bit of tape for now, just to so it doesn't scratch a bike. But so yeah, that. Oh, hang on, no, I do need this bit. So this bit will stay separate, just like that. And it goes in and stops, and then this will slide over. Force it, but like that. Now the bike can't go that way, that way, that way, that way, and it's all held down. And pretty much the last thing I do after paint and everything is, well, I can do one of them now. Is drill a hole through here and put a split pin so this bit can't come up or down, and then each bike another split pin just through here. Split pin, and that'll be the e-bike one. And then I think the gravel bike's a bit higher, so the bottom a bit moved, but you get the idea. It'll be up there with another hole and split pin. So that's worked out well. So I've pretty much, these just need to be cleaned up a bit so they slide a little bit better. Yeah, so I better take that off before it falls off. And so the next bit, so that's pretty much done. I'm not going to weld on that anymore. It's very thin, it's hard to weld, it just keeps blowing through, but I've managed to get it pretty good. It's all going to get wrapped. I'm going to try and get some tennis racket handle tape or something like that from a sports shop, and just go all the way around it so it doesn't scratch any of the frame. And I'll probably go all the way down and just have little gaps where the split pins are going to go through. So that'll work out well for that. So that's pretty much done. Just needs a clean up and a paint. I'm going to get the bike rack back up here now and just continue just welding that. It's not a lot to do. I'm not going to fully weld where the tyres are. Just a couple more spot welds will do for that. I've got to drill probably one more hole for the. Actually, I've got to put the bike back on there now and figure out where this number plate's going, because that's probably the next thing actually, because that frame, the number plate frame's going to get welded to that, so that's probably the next thing. I'm not too sure where to put that just yet, so yeah, I might do that first, just see where I can put it and where it's going to clear. It's not the biggest number plate, so it can kind of, I think it's going to go just behind the front tyre. I think that's the best place for it. That's the most amount of room, so yeah, I'll do that first, because then that determines where I'm going to drill a hole in the top of the bar for the wires for the number plate light to go in. Yeah, so that'll be the easiest. easiest thing, I think. So yeah, that's next job on the cards. Alright, I wasn't going to show anyone me welds, but oh well, there it is. Not too bad. Good enough for someone that's not a welder. I've welded, oh, I can undo this. It's a little bit hot, really going to town on it. I've got one more weld to do just there where that pipe is. I've gone all the way around that. I mean, that'll clean up. That'll be go like that. And then I'll go with the angle grinder and I'll get rid of all those little bubbles, things like that. But you know, like that looks pretty gross. And then just a little bit on the wire brush. It comes up pretty good. Not bad for YouTube. So yeah, I'll go around, clean all that up. You can see all that. It's just heat. It's not going to break, that's for sure. I even ran out of welding wire. I think that was the first roll, so that's probably 12 years old, 11 years old, that roll that was in there. Still going strong, so I just ran out now. Clean all this up. I've got to, you can see these, I've got to snip them back so they're flush. I want to round all these corners because they're really sharp. You're going to rip your leg open. I don't want to, I'll clean these up a little bit, these edges, but I've got a plastic cap to go in there. But definitely I'm going to round all them with the grinder now. I've only got the one disc. I'm thinking about buying another angle grinder because it's a pain in the ass changing disc all the time. That's the only flapper disc I've got. That's the only flapper disc I've got. So I mean, I can go to Bunnings, but I don't want to go to Bunnings just for a couple discs. So if I can stretch, I might use the cutting. I've got heaps of cutting discs, and actually I've got some thick grinding discs, but that's the only flapper disc I've got. So I might use the grinding discs actually to do that, and use the flapper disc to sand it, just save that disc. I've got these. That's for the angle grinder, and then for the drill. So I'll spend a bit of time when I'm done. I think I'm done welding anyway. Oh no, I'm not. I've still got to do the number plate. So the number plate I figured out is going to go here. So this is the front tyre. It's going to go. It's got to get butted up right to that corner, and fits perfect. And then the tyre comes in here, so that's out of the way. And I'm going to make the frame out of this stuff. And I think I'm just going to come up like that, right on the edge. Zap that, weld that, cut it at the height of the number plate, and then just do another one over there on the other side, cut it, and then I'll do a joiner up the top, just so the number plate doesn't get damaged. If you drop something on the number plate that's unprotected up the top, I want a full border around the number plate. The bottom doesn't matter because this is protecting it, so just 3 sides, and that'll do that. That hole there is for the number plate wires to go in. That's still quite warm. And then I figured out my trailer pin on the car is here. So all the wires, I think what I'm going to have to do is wire up these 2 lights and send all the wires through and out here to terminate. And then these 2 lights out here to terminate. Number plate lights through that hole out this way to terminate. Do all your connections here with the least amount of wire popping out as possible, and then send a 7-core wire through there out and plug it in. So this is all in the car. So this the boots here, the bumper is here. So the only bit you're going to see is this bit, and then that's the bumper. That all sits inside. So the wire will come out of here and to there. And I've got to drill these holes because they're too far forward. I've got to drill some new holes here, so that's another job I've got to do. I've got to remember. So apart from that and that, drilling the holes and then welding the number plate bracket, that's all I got. I'll probably just get my back starting to go, so I think I'm just going to get the number plate done today, and possibly, I think, what's the time? Oh, the missus will be home soon. Yeah, I think I'll call it actually for today. It's pretty handy having the welder on that. You don't have to keep lifting it, so that's easy to take in and out. But I think I'll do a bit of clean up, and that's me for the day, I think. Yeah, yep, cool. All right, I'll continue on this video tomorrow. Catch you later. And this will be the last video for the bike rack. It's not finished. Well, I finished welding it. Yes, I finished welding it, but I haven't finished grinding it. So I've still got a bit of tidy up. I'm going to cut these obviously flat around the corners. So I'm going to do that. I've run out of grinding discs, so I've got to go to Bunnings later on and get some more stuff. So I'll release this video, and then the next video you'll see is painting and wiring. I'm going to paint it first. So I'm definitely going to grind down all these, just all this splatter, all this stuff. I don't know what it is. It must be my welder or the way I'm doing something, but that's okay. We'll be able to clean it up. So yeah, that'll be good. I was just thinking, like, I could almost, I've drilled these holes now, but I could almost cut the bar here and have it a bit smaller, but that's okay. I think I'll leave it. It's a bit of protection for the bike too that way. But yeah, it's all welded. Every hole's drilled. The only bit of welding I got is the number plate thing, and it's like 4 bits of weld, so that's nothing. So we'll probably finish that. I won't show that. I'll show it on the next video, but I just want to get this video out because what happened yesterday, went for a nice ride on the new bike. 60 k's it worked out. 3-hour ride. I had an hour of footage. Did a nice video from here up Fairway North, coffee up there, and then back down on the coast. And I stopped every so often and talked and did a video, whatever. And got home, edited it all. I pretty much watched the whole ride again, that hour, to edit it, and then came out here, did a bit of things while that was uploading to YouTube. And then I went back in there and I deleted it by mistake while it had half an hour to go to upload to YouTube. So yeah, so that was a bit of a shame. So I lost all that. Wasn't in the recycling bin. Wasn't on the camera because I formatted the camera to start doing the footage for this thing. So yeah, that was a shame. So I'll have to do that ride again, maybe next week or something, on the weekend, and redo that ride and try and remember what I was talking about. But no, it was good. We saw a snake, saw a bobtail, lizard. Yeah, heaps of stuff was going on. So it was a nice day too, really nice day. So yeah, doesn't matter, we'll do it again, and I'll try not to delete footage next time. Yeah, all good. Alright, well, cheers for watching part 1, and we'll get on to part 2 pretty soon.